some other regulars that maybe do different things to help take care of the bar?
Well, I know Ashton, like when she sees that I'm a little busy, she doesn't want to ever ask me for water or like more ice because she likes to always get fresh ice.
Okay.
She's one of those like, when it waters down, she instead of filling it up with water, she just lets it melt. She gets her own ice. So, not that it's a task for the bar, but she specifically will come behind the bar and just get her own ice. And I'm like, okay, well that's cool because she doesn't want to bother me. But any little thing, like she'll even go get me a bucket of ice if she sees that I need it. You know, and a lot of the customers are really willing to help out if they see they can. It's not her specific job, but she's nice like that. Or even like bring glasses up. Like a lot of our customers do that. If they see the table needs to be bussed or there's empty glasses, they'll just put them all on the bar for me because they're nice like that. You go to other place where there's not regulars like that. Nobody's gonna do that.
It's almost like it's community property.
Exactly.
It's a community.
That's what I love. That's what I'm drawn to, for sure.
I mean, and people will take
the customers. It's the loyal.
Yeah.
It's the regulars, and that's what makes me really. I don't know. I get close. Like I care, and I don't. It bothers me because of the place that I worked at before. Me and the owner got into it. Something totally wrong, nothing to do with work. So it bothers me because now I feel like I want to see them, so I miss them. I miss the regulars.
Yeah.
I miss the customers. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to see the owner. It pisses me off. You know what I mean? It's like a family.
Yeah. And even, oh my God, what was I going to say?
I miss everyone from Wing Shack. So I was really surprised on Sunday. I had 15 people that I hadn't seen in a long time. Literally all come in like they carpooled just to come see me.
On Sunday?
On Sunday. Didn't you see like big?
Yeah, I did.
Those were all people from Wing Shack that I hadn't seen. I was like, oh, so excited to see them. I don't go to Wing Shack anymore. So a lot of people I just don't ever get to see. So that was nice.
Very exciting. Golden Key 2019 is now on.
Golden the new game? Yes, he was asking about that yesterday.
Cool.
I'll let you.
He keeps asking about the pictures too, like the slideshow. We gotta upload more pictures. He keeps forgetting the
jump drive? USB?
Yeah, the drive to upload more photos on it.
Okay, so he has more photos.
Yes, because we were talking about that.
And it hasn't been on there yet.
Because he doesn't do it like, we were trying to do it all at the same time, so I wanted to get a collection of them so we could just put it in there.
We might come by tomorrow night for ladies' night.
Me?
So, yeah.
Leanne works tomorrow.
Yeah, so I'll try
I'll
try to remind him to bring the
thing.
Okay. If I say pictures for their caboose, hopefully he'll remember.
He always says he is. I always forget. I mean, you could use any drive, really. You could put it just...
Well, and I have one. Does he need to extract them?
I don't know.
Or and I don't know.
I just know that he was in charge of that.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
another regular. That's a good example. Yeah.
Right. And that's what they do. Nobody else is going to do that. And they get, sometimes they do. Like if somebody, I swear to you, last place that I worked, somebody else changed the date, and when Bob came in to change the date, he's like, who was here?
Is it you must be this born, but for after this year?
Old, or you had to have been born by this date.
Right, to drink.
Serve alcohol.
Yeah. Okay.
And he would come in, literally, physically move the thing every day. And somebody had already did it, and he got upset about it. Like, somebody's trying to take over my own task. I'm like,
why do you think that is?
Because they come here because they're regular, so they get. I don't know. It's just like that's their thing. It's because they're loyal. They are regulars. They come in and that's what they do. So it's kind of I can see it would be. It's like, hey. No, it's just been that way for so long that it's like, I don't know. It's never going to change.
That's how I see it.
I don't know.
How I feel here. As long as you take it yourself and don't act like it's correct.
It's simple, silly stuff, though. It seems like, why would you be offended? But a lot of them do get kind of irritated. I don't know.
Not every restaurant you can bring your
So that's interesting. There are almost different rules for conduct and behavior,
Yes,
right?
it really is.
And there are
That's what makes it so dynamic.
And then there are different like punishments, right? Depending on what you're violating, right?
Exactly.
So I remember this one time you were bartending. It was like a Sunday because it was Bloody Mary's, and that guy, I think he was the one that set fire to something out there. The guy who was being really creepy.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay. Do you remember that? And
Yes.
Rich was like, I can't remember if he said it to you or to me, and he was like, if he is making you uncomfortable, I will take his ass out of here. I will throw him out.
Yeah, he was asking me about your boyfriend when your boyfriend was sitting right next to you.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's my boyfriend. So then, and remember, and then you're like, try to change this and put it on me. I'm like, hey, Brittany, how are you and your boyfriend? You have a boyfriend? Is it real serious? I'm like, yes.
He asked me, and I was like, you have to ask her. Like, I don't know. I don't talk to her. But it was interesting because Rich, and I truly believe that he's
security.
Start something.
And he, when he calls it, Richie calls himself the, what does he say? He says he's Leanne's bar husband or whatever, but he's like he stands at the end of the bar and like watches everything, or even like helps me when I first started. It's like, hey, probably shouldn't do that. I don't think it's wrong, or just so you know, this is probably the proper way to do this. He's kind of the security of everybody.
Yeah,
he sees somebody doing something, he'll bring it to my attention. So
I noticed that, like, especially if there's no seats, like he likes to sit at the end of the bar.
That's his spot.
Right.
That's his spot.
Right.
Oh, and people are very, very territorial about their seat. Oh my gosh. It's crazy how they're that it doesn't have your name on it.
Down there,
they get angry. I'm serious. And it's like that in every bar I've ever worked. There's specific people that like to sit in the same spot. But if you're not there all day, somebody's gonna sit in it, and people come in that don't even know you. They get a little upset, but it's cute. I think it's cute.
It's kind of
like Cheers, like no.
Or like when you're growing up in a family, right? And let's say you all eat dinner, like
you all
everybody
sit
has their own seat.
exactly. It's a family. That's my point. That's exactly how I feel working in places like that. That's why I like it. I feel like it's just one big happy family. Everybody's different. Everybody's has their things, but it's cool. And there's all good. Okay, cool.
So with a family, there's like an acceptance too, right? Like you might be a little weird, a little off.
Yeah,
we might have a little fight or something, right?
Get over it.
Exactly.
You won't remember it tomorrow. It's like no big deal, and we do it all the time between the regulars, even me with the customers. You don't know how many times we get into it. No. You did not pay your tab. That was yesterday. You're getting your days confused. Don't piss me off. And they will be like, no, I didn't. I'm like, oh my God, I'm serving you. I know how much alcohol I'm sober. Do not fight with me. And then this is usually the same ones when they had one too many. And then they'll come back in the next day and say, I'm so sorry. I was like, yes. And it's always the same. I'm like, I don't care. It's fine. I still love you.
The same ones.
I'm over it. It's the same as they usually do it. And I'm like, I knew you were, it's not surprised, but like, I almost want to like get their credit card. I'm going to memorize their freaking credit card number. I have not done that, but it's like, people will just leave a lot of times. But the good thing about having the regulars is they'll come back tomorrow. A lot of places make you pay for walkouts, even if they are regulars. The last bar I worked at, you have to pay. You can't leave it up on the screen. Tim's nice enough, like literally, if one of the regulars accidentally leaves or forgets or thinks they paid or whatever, you can leave it. You float it, then anybody can cash it. Right. Exactly.
It's always been like that.
Exactly. And it should be like that. It's like, it makes it makes the regulars feel uncomfortable when you're like,
certain people just walk out and fuck you.
well, I'm talking about the ones we all know. Mainly regulars, but of course you see people you don't know and you're like, shit, they literally just walked out on me. Even then, I don't think he makes you pay for walkouts here, but I haven't had one yet. I don't know.
So when you were new, how did you do that? Because I'm assuming there was some kind of learning curve, right? And like Leanne there's no way to know everything that you need to communicate to a new bartender, right?
It's me. I have to be able to.
Right, you have to pick up on
totally,
it. Right?
Communication is key when you're bartending. When you're new and people have been, the elder people have been there. It's intimidating. Customers have been there a long time. time. So they're just seeing, watching you, how you're gonna do, and they're testing you, and they kind of make it hard on you because they're just testing you to see if you can handle it. So, but I communicate like, what's your name? Are you a regular? I want to know who you are so that I can I have a lot of people I have to get to know now. I knew everybody before.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, I gotta know what you drink, I gotta know your name, I gotta know what you eat. Most of the time people drink and eat the same things. And it's important. You remember their name. One time you meet them, they're impressed. You see them again. You see them the next day and you remember what they drink, what they eat, and their name. That's a good tip, and they're going to be impressed. They like you. Yes, and I have to make a mental note. I consciously think about it like association with stuff. And I do. Bartending, it just comes naturally to me now, but you have to try and do it. If you've never done it before, it's not as easy as it looks. But I'm not good at a lot of things. It's just one thing I'm okay at.